I have grown over 50,000 followers in just 90 days.
Over 50,000 followers in just 90 days.
I don't forget that I can have this, baby. Nobody else you. Nobody else makes me. Nobody else had a clue what I could do, what I could do.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and in today's video I'm going to be sharing with you guys 6 things that you need to be doing right now if you are trying to grow your Instagram. So right off the bat, let me prove this is not clickbait and show y'all my analytics, because I know how some of y'all are. So these are my analytics for the past 90 days, and as you can see, I have reached millions of accounts, engaged with I think 500,000 accounts, and I have grown over 50,000 followers in just 90 days. So that means that what I'm going to say in this video is going to be very beneficial, especially if you just have no idea where to start about growing your Instagram platform. By the way, I already know y'all gonna ask me about my hair, so I will leave the tutorial linked in the description box below, as well as the parting tutorial that I have on the style for y'all, because I already know how y'all are. Before we get started, make sure that you leave me a thumbs up, click the subscribe video, hit that notification bell, follow me on all my social medias, including my Instagram, as well as check out my hair care line. We are doing a pre-Black Friday sale where you can get 10% off your entire order right now, so go check that out. Also, our new shampoo is out. I know y'all are waiting on that one. Alrighty guys, let's get started with the video. Okay, so I actually really started growing on Instagram, I want to say over the summer. So this was my Instagram at the end of 2021 versus this is my Instagram as of I think a couple of days ago. So as you can see, I have grown a lot just in the past year, but most of that, as you just saw with my analytics, I grew 50,000 followers in 90 days. Most of that growth came over the summer, so around July, and that was about a month into doing this full time. I recently left medical school to pursue being an influencer and a business owner full time. If you want the deets on that, I will leave the video linked up here as well as in the description box. I really started taking Instagram seriously because I personally have seen that that is the best platform to grow on if you're really trying to build yourself as like a brand influencer, if that makes sense. Like building your brand and like making a good platform for companies to work with you, and just really longevity and stability as an influencer. All right, so I'm gonna let you guys know 6 things that you should be doing if you're trying to grow your Instagram platform. First thing you need to do is you need to understand how Instagram works. I know that may not seem like the most trendy thing when it comes to growing an Instagram, but if you don't know how an app works, it's very hard to grow on it. That's with TikTok, that's with Instagram, YouTube, everything. If you don't understand how it works, you won't grow. And let me just preface, Instagram is not the same as TikTok, is not the same as YouTube, meaning that the things that I post on TikTok and go viral, if I post them on my Instagram, they don't go viral, and vice versa. So it's a very different playing field, and I'm gonna let you know. Basically, Instagram now is very different than it was even like a year ago, and that is because of TikTok. TikTok has really lit a fire under all the other social media apps because it came out of nowhere really, and it became popular super quick, and now I believe it's the leading social media app that is out there. Because of that, in response, you have all the other social media apps trying to compete with TikTok because they see that whatever TikTok is doing is working, so they want to try to do something similar to kind of compete with them to get back to that place that they were. The reason why TikTok works so well is because it leaves you on the app for a long time. That's why a lot of us say we're going to scroll on TikTok for 20 minutes and then turns out it's 2 hours later. That's like what makes a social media app good. So everybody's seen that the way TikTok models their app works. It's popular, it keeps people on there. And so they basically try to do things similar. And that is why Instagram now has Reels. That is why YouTube now has Shorts. That is why Snapchat now has Spotlights, I believe it's called. That's why everything's starting to look like a TikTok kind of platform, because they're trying to mimic TikTok in order to compete with it. And I say that to say that means that Instagram is no longer an app for pictures. Typically, I have seen on the app, if you are a celebrity or you are someone that is already an IG model before Instagram started changing, you can still get that engagement from just using pictures. But most creators, especially small creators, you are not going to grow a platform anymore by posting pictures. You need to be posting Reels, number 1, and Stories second. That is what is going to help you grow your following. Was I out of focus that whole time? And also another thing about Instagram is overall like a more aesthetic I want to say like a that girl, pretty girl app, versus you see on TikTok, people just come on camera any type of way. Nothing wrong with that, but they come on camera and just talk, bam, 100,000 views, 200,000 views. Some of my most viral videos on TikTok have been me just sitting in my bed, just got out the shower, my robe on, I'm just talking to the camera. I've had a couple of videos go viral like that, versus the videos that take more time, energy, and effort into, good lighting, my makeup's done, hair's done, stuff like that, they typically don't do well. Versus on Instagram, it's kind of the opposite. The more clean and good quality and aesthetic your content looks, typically the better it is. You can't really just get on camera and just talk in the camera and or do a funny sound and it's gonna go viral. So just keep that in mind. Okay, so the next thing that you need to be doing, this is probably the most important tip I can give, is you need to be consistent. And I know that is not like the funnest thing to hear, but being an influencer, you have to be constantly putting out content. And when I say consistency, I mean me personally, I'm posting on Instagram 6 days a week. In fact, I post on all my social media platforms 6 days a week. I have 2 Instagrams, one personal, one business, 2 TikToks, one personal, one business, and I have a YouTube channel. So I am posting on all of these apps at least 5 days a week, sometimes 6 days a week, all of them consistently. You want to make sure that you are consistent, and let me explain why this is so important. The way you get followers on Instagram is very different than TikTok. You see that like a lot of people can grow like super quick on TikTok. Take me for example. I had a video go viral and I got 80,000 followers overnight, and then I had another video go viral a couple months later, got like 10 million views. I gained like 200,000 followers in just a month, right? And I ended up growing 1 million followers on TikTok in just 11 months. Versus on Instagram, as you can see, I've been on Instagram about the same amount of time as TikTok, and I just now reached 100,000 followers. This happens because for some reason, it just takes someone more convincing on Instagram to follow you than TikTok. That's why it's important to be consistent, because typically if someone just sees you on their feed like one time, they probably aren't gonna follow you. Versus if someone is seeing you on their feed every single day, eventually like they're gonna give in. That's how we are. That's how I personally am. Like I'll see someone on my timeline or whatever, and I'm like, oh look, they're cool, and I just kind of like it and move on. But if I keep seeing them and I keep liking their content, I'm like, okay, I like her, I want to make sure I keep seeing her videos, I'm gonna follow. Honestly, I would equivalent 100,000 followers on Instagram to 1 million followers on TikTok. Like that's just like the ease, I guess it is, to get 1 million on TikTok with the same way that it is on 100K on Instagram. So you want to make sure you're consistent, because you don't want people to forget you. You know how you see a really funny video or a really great video, and then like you want to show your friend, but then you're like, dang, I forgot, what was her name? I forgot, and then you just never find it again, and that's it. Versus if she's being consistent on her social media platforms, the next day you'll see a video from her and you'll be like, oh, okay, I found her. Let me go follow her and send my friend the video. Being consistent makes a huge difference. And I understand that not everybody has the ability to commit the time to it. But if you want to grow, that's just a sacrifice you're going to have to make. Same thing with TikTok. On TikTok, in order to grow, I had to be posting like 2 or 3 times a day. I would recommend posting once a day on Instagram, at least 4 days a week. Me, I typically like to post every day but Mondays. I allow myself a break on Mondays just to like get content together and just not have to worry about it. So I would recommend just bulk filming, like filming 2 or 3 reels at a time, editing 2 or 3 reels at a time. Maybe do that twice a week. That's all your content. Or dedicate 1 day a week to just editing all your content for the week. And the great thing about Instagram is very short aesthetic content is like popular. So you really don't need to like film a lot. Again, you just want to make sure that you are consistent. That way you are an active presence on a potential follower's feed. So the next thing that you need to do in order to grow on Instagram is finding your niche. I cannot express how important this is. And if you don't know what a niche is, it's basically just like the type of content that you're going to be making as an influencer. For example, natural hair influencers, you have makeup influencers, you have lifestyle influencers that do like a bunch of vlogs and get ready with me's and things like that. You have gaming influencers. So that's kind of your niche. So the reason why I'm saying this is because I know it seems kind of like, duh, I want to do hair content, or duh, I want to do makeup content, right? But you want to make sure that the niche that you select is a niche you are going to be comfortable in like a couple months from now, a year from now. You want to make sure that your niche is not too broad, because it's going to be very difficult to pinpoint the type of content that you should be making in order to grow if your niche is too broad. For example, a very broad niche would be beauty, because you have makeup, you have skincare, like body care, you have hair, you have fashion. So there's a bunch of different like areas you can go to in regards to beauty. So you want to make sure that you are niching down yourself so you are not stuck trying to figure out, oh, I posted a try on haul, didn't do well, then I posted a makeup haul, didn't like. So you want to really make sure that you are narrowing down your niche, but at the same time you don't want to make your niche too narrow, because that's going to be very restrictive when it comes to what you have to do to grow. And I'll use myself as an example. I am currently struggling with having niche down myself too hard. So if you have been following me, 9 times out of 10 you follow me because of my hair. You don't know, I have waist-length natural hair, and I used to do a lot of natural hair content. I still do pretty much a lot of natural hair content, but I've gotten to the point where it's like I really don't want to do natural hair content anymore. But it's hard for me to get that same amount of engagement and views and followers by posting anything else outside of natural hair. I started doing natural hair content because my first viral videos were of natural hair, and so I was like, let me just keep doing this because it's working, I'm getting views, I'm growing. But now it's like, if I'm not posting a wash day or a detangling video or a styling video, the views are like 50%. That's something that I currently have to work through. So you just want to make sure that the niche that you select for yourself is not too small, so you don't feel restricted. And this is especially important when it comes to going viral. And speaking of viral, that brings me to my next point: taking advantage of your viral moments. So the reason why I said this when it comes to a niche is because whenever you go viral, you should be posting something similar within 24 hours. You do not want to let the momentum of your viral video die down and miss your opportunity. If you are consistent for a couple months, you're gonna have at least a couple opportunities of viral videos. And if you don't take advantage of it, you really just missed out on a lot of growth and engagement on your page. If I had a detangling video, right, and it got 1 million views in 3 days, I need to make sure that like for the next week or so, every single day I am posting some sort of like hair video, a wash day video, a wash and go video, a styling, something like hair. Because what happens is when you go viral, people like typically will go to your page and see what other stuff is up. So if they go to your page and they see like that's the only video of interest, you just miss someone that could potentially follow you, or someone that could potentially binge watch your content, bringing more engagement to you. Because the algorithm's like, oh look, people are going to her page, they're liking her content, we're gonna keep pushing her stuff. That means that every single time you post, they're gonna push it because they know people are gonna want to watch it. But if you have no content on there, it's like you just wasted an opportunity. So if you go viral for a makeup tutorial, you need to be posting a makeup tutorial every single day for like the next month. That way people are going to binge watch your videos and like continue to watch your stuff and like and comment and get engagement and follow. And that is really how you're going to get that growth. And again, going back to the niche thing, that's why it's very important that you make sure that you are creating content in a niche that you want. Because once you go viral, it's very hard to like go viral for a makeup tutorial and then get that same engagement by posting vlogs. You kind of stuck with makeup. And like viral doesn't have to be like 1 million. If you are only getting like 10 views on every single reel, then all of a sudden you get 5,000 views. Start making videos just like that. Because whatever you did, the algorithm liked. Whatever sound you use, if you use a trending sound, use another trending sound. If you had a 5-second video, make another 5-second video. If you had angles up here, do angles up here for your next video. Do something very similar and start posting it consistently. Okay, so moving on to my next point, and this one is actually really important for like the long term, not necessarily for the short term. You want to make sure that you don't prioritize followers, views, and engagement over building an actual community. Because as much as we all love to go viral, it's very temporary. Like I said, the momentum fades. And then after that dies down, what are you left with? Are you left with people that have followed you and want to continue watching your content? Or people that just followed you off a whim and really aren't interested in you or anything you have to do? Once you start getting a following, you want to make sure that you are posting videos that your followers like. Even if it may not be the most viewed videos, like try to pay attention to what your followers want. There are plenty of videos that I post that I know aren't going to go viral, but I see a lot of my personal followers asking for them. I like to make sure that I'm liking comments and answering comments. When it comes to DMs, I get a lot of DMs, so I can't answer them all, but I typically read majority of my DMs to see what people are asking me for and make videos like that. I post a lot of stuff on my stories, interactive things. I go live. I do a weekly Bible study on my IG Live Wednesdays at 7 p.m. if you want to check that out. To engage with my followers, we do a little Bible study, and then for like the rest of the time we just talk and engage. I'll do story posts where I'll do something interactive. Q&As on your story is like a great way to interact with your audience. You just want to build a community of people that are going to watch your stuff for you. You don't want to focus on going viral and getting so many followers that it's like empty followers. People that are never going to watch your content again. People that are never going to comment. That's what happens to, like, for example, wig companies. You have some of these wig companies that have 300,000 followers, but you look at their actual views and stuff, they be getting like 1,000 followers on a reel, or like one comment and it's like one of them spam comments, right? They don't have an actual community of people, which is why they rely so heavily on the communities of influencers to advertise their products, because they know that our audiences are going to engage with us and trust our opinions and buy products that we like. So that's why it's very, very important that you make sure that you are not getting so caught up in, oh, I gotta get to 100K. I gotta get 10,000 views on a video. I have to do this. Like, that's important, don't get me wrong, but just make sure that you are caring about the people that have been there from day one. It can be hard, especially as the following grows, the engagement grows, the like exposure grows. It can be very difficult to like forget about an audience, but I'm telling you, like, all that is temporary. At the end of the day, you want to have a follow. If you never grow another follower again, you want to have a platform where people are constantly commenting. You're getting the same amount of views. You're getting that same amount of engagement. That's what's like stability. And I made that mistake on TikTok, which is why now I have over 1 million followers, and like currently my views can't even get over 30,000. If I could go back, I would give anything to have like 200K on TikTok, but be getting consistent views and engagement and community. So I'm just warning y'all, don't make the same mistake I did. And the last tip that I have for growing on social media is understanding that you can do it. I don't care if you have 1 follower. I don't care if you have 5,000 followers. And this is because of organic reach. And what that means is, right now is the easiest time to grow as an influencer, to be discovered as an influencer, to grow a platform as an influencer. Because again, like I said at the beginning of the video, Instagram is pushing these reels and these features to compete with TikTok. So they're gonna push anybody. They don't care who it is. They're gonna push anybody that can get a reel to go viral or make good content. They're gonna push anybody. They don't care if you have 100 followers. They don't care if you have 1 million followers. That's why you see a lot of people that have 2,000 followers on Instagram have a reel that hit like 700K. It's just because they don't care who it comes from. They just want content that's gonna keep people on the app. And basically how any social media platform works is they push your content out to a small group of people that is either your followers, or if you don't have a lot of followers, people that are similar to the niche. And if those people watch the whole video, get a lot of engagement, like the videos, they'll push it to more people and more and more. And that's how videos go viral. That means that doesn't matter how many followers you are. If you are posting good content, you're going to be able to grow. And that's just on period. That's why my first reel that hit 1 million views, I had maybe like 30K. And like, y'all, that's my story. Like I said earlier, I posted a viral video on TikTok. I grew 80,000 followers overnight. And then 2 years later, here I am. This is my full-time job. I'm living my best life. All because I learned how to grow on whatever app I was on. And I kept being consistent. I kept having good content. I stayed with my niche. I care about my followers. I care about engagement. And here we are. All right, so here's my last and final tip. And it's actually a bonus tip because we already reached 6 tips. Bonus tip is learning how to create reels that go viral. And I'm actually not going to touch on this because literally once I finish this video, I'm going to start the camera and film another video giving you guys a full tutorial of how to make reels that go viral. So if you want to see that, definitely make sure you subscribe, put your notifications on. It should be up a couple of days after this one, so make sure you look out for it. Alright guys, well that is all I have for you today. I hope that those tips really help kind of spark your motivation to grow on Instagram. I'm telling you, you can do it. It just takes one video, use the momentum, and you're good to go. If you have any questions, definitely leave them in the comments below. Make sure you follow my Instagram. I'm trying to get to like maybe 115K before the end of the year. I think I can do it. Make sure that you follow my TikTok as well. Check out my hair care line. Check out that sale that's going on. Check out the new shampoo. Make sure that you subscribe, put your notifications on, and give me a thumbs up. I'm trying to get to 100K by the end of the year. We're going to speak it in Jesus' name. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.
Tell me what you see in me.